Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Dishonored. We're going to finish up the kidnapping of the royal physician today, which we only have to bring Sokolov downstream on the boat with Samuel to get him back to the Hound Pits pub. Then we'll be ready to clean this one up. And we'll move right on to the next mission, which is, if it's the one I'm thinking of, one of my favorites. So I imagine this will be a pretty high chaos mission. Yeah, hostiles killed 7, but didn't move the needle overall because really it's about all the people I haven't murdered, which is everyone, save for like 7 or 8 people. We're still firmly in low chaos in the world.
They set up a cell for Sokolov in the old kennel, shackles and everything. It'll be a shock, him waking up in the straw and old dog poop. But from what I hear, he's woken up worse places. Guess we all have at that.
Well done, Corvo. Well done. I doubt a dozen soldiers could have done it better. Sokolov's knowledge will enable us to strike at the Lord Regent directly, and ultimately help you get your life back. Soon, we won't have to hide in the shadows. The royal physician is brilliant, but he was a fool to protect the Lord Regent. Sokolov gave us the elixir, the war machines. He could have made us a great nation. Now he pays the price for siding with a tyrant. You have my thanks, sir. If you wish to get some sleep, now is a good time.
Yeah, we don't have too much else to do, so we're gonna rest up.
Corvo, wake up! You were making funny faces while you were sleeping. I decided to nap here in your room while Callista was taking her bath. She told me if there's ever trouble, I should always run here. Callista will come get me when she's done with her bath. Thanks, Corvo. It makes me feel better.
So we have sleep darts by the bedside. We could use a refill on those. This is a drawing I made of you without your scary mask. Oh, she drew us, but also look in that top left corner. It says Daddy. Which raises some questions, and to be honest, answers them. And we got a handsome reward from Pendleton. Even though he chewed us out a little bit about his brothers. He's come to accept things.
Poor Emily. Her childhood is lost. She has become a pawn in the games of men. She was bribed with sweet biscuits and ox milk, armed with stories of magic and seafaring, all to keep her sane in a time of turmoil. She hides her fears. She seeks someone to trust. She clings to her childhood things, but they bring her only brief comfort. She sees more than she is telling. Young Lady Emily. Poor Emily. Her childhood is lost. She has become a pawn in the games of men.
The Ascendancy Circle has chosen Teague Martin to be High Overseer. Let us all praise their choice. The dance of investiture will take place without delay.
Teague Martin is the new High Overseer. That's worth remembering. Also, Sokolov is in here.
You and Corvo knew each other in former days. Unlike you, our friend Corvo knows...
We have a little bit more to do in this interlude, which is to interrogate Sokolov.
But I know you have your reasons.
Yes, he does. All we need is the name of the Lord Regent's mistress. It's very simple.
I elect not to tell you. You will have to force the words from me, and I warn you, my willpower is quite legendary.
So we can do this violently and cause him a great deal of pain, or we can just...
Of which I approve.
Find a way to bribe him. Which is cheaper, easier, and more pleasant for everyone. And to do that, we're going to go and see Piero,
If you get tired of questioning Sokolov,
who is not in his usual place in his workshop, but is instead upstairs in the Hound's Pit pub. In fact, I think we got a little bit of foreshadowing before about what Piero might be doing up here, which we'll see in just a second. He's peeping through the keyhole.
I know it looks... I was inventing a new kind of lock. The tumblers shaped like snowflakes. The truth is, there is no snowflake lock. I was just, looking through the lock. I couldn't bear it if she knew. I know you're a man of honor, and I also know that you can kill me at any time. And for both of these reasons, I apologize and beg for your discretion. It's well known that Sokolov is virtually addicted to a rare liquor called King Street brandy. The taste is revolting, but I happen to have a bottle. However, I am reluctant to give it to you for Sokolov. It cost me quite a lot. It is very expensive stuff, a blend of rare Pendician spices and a drop of whale oil. Would you care to purchase it?
Yeah, we're going to do just that. Besides, we need to stock up while we're here. And we get some new blueprints. Oh, mask optics 2 and boot stealth? Wait, does that mean we don't... Oh! I may have made a big mistake earlier on. Before we confirm that, definitely Madsen sleep bolts out. May as well pick a bunch of these up. We have so much money that we can just afford to do this. Yeah, we haven't been in this tab for a long time. Oh, I did indeed make a mistake. For some reason, I thought the game started you off with level 1 of mask optics. So it's not that my key binding for this doesn't work, it's that I never had the ability in the first place because I thought it was something you had by default. Well, now we can actually zoom in and eavesdrop a little bit more. Hey, that's worth it. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it is bound to right stick.
Be aware that looting of evacuated areas is a serious offense and will be summarily punished by officers of the watch.
Okay, Piero, you need to get out of the way. We need to take this whiskey, this exotic whiskey back to Sokolov so that we can extract a little bit of information from him and finish up on this interlude to get going on our next mission.
I could use it. King Street brandy? I didn't know any more existed. It is an extraordinary gift. I see I'm dealing with men of taste. I can tell you this much. She was always referred to as Lady Boyle. I painted her to be sure, but I never saw her face or learned her first name. You see, I painted her from behind. I assure you, she still makes a striking portrait. But I do not know which Boyle she is. I was to be introduced to her at a masked ball in her honor this very night. But I will miss that party, it seems.
A masked ball at the Boyle estate. Tonight? The timing is perfect, Corvo. But the Boyles are wealthy and ruthless, so security will be very tight.
Of course, you already have a mask, don't you, Corvo?
He's right. You will be able to mingle with them once you're on the ground. You'll have to find out which of the Boyle women is connected to the Lord Regent and take her out in whatever way you can devise. We're very close now. If you do this tonight, we'll be able to strike at the Lord Regent himself and put Emily on the throne. May the wind favor you.
So it's a masked ball, which means that instead of doing our normal thing of skulking around in the shadows,
I have just a tiny favor I'd like to ask.
we can roam about freely.
Could you give this note to Lord Shaw? You'll know him. A rather brusque man wearing a wolf's mask. In fact, He may be looking for me.
Yeah, sure. Oh, I hate Pendleton. But we might as well do it if we come across a man in a wolf mask. Just wooing it up. And this mission is going to be one of the first times that we don't take the non-lethal way out.
Costume ball, huh? Well, that'll be fun, but not for everybody. You ready?
Yeah, you'll see what I mean deeper into this mission, because the non-lethal way of neutralizing the targets in this mission, it might be worse than a quick death, to be honest.
Great, the Lord Regent's pulling out all the stops for the Boyle family. I didn't think there'd be tall boys patrolling here tonight. Watch yourself, Corvo. They don't fool around. The good news is, once you get to the party, that mask of yours will let you blend right in. Enjoy your evening out with the folk of quality. Better you than me.
The folk of quality. Oh, so you can see a tall boy crossing that bridge. The tall boy is likely had two sources of inspiration. One we know explicitly because of Dishonored's art director saying so. They saw somewhere men on stilts cleaning buildings.
By request of the local landowners, unauthorized intruders will be expelled or apprehended on site.
The other is probably a little bit more obvious just to look at it. They're based on Half-Life 2's Striders. And of course, Victor Antonov was the art director for Half-Life 2, and was one of the artists who worked on this game, so there's a reason for that resemblance.
The music boxes. So she stopped singing as they passed, and they thought she was a witch.
I think we should be good to just blink into the shadows. Nothing should really be able to see us, and the tall boy, although they're usually pretty perceptive, we can get over the fence into a neutral zone of the party, where nobody thinks our mask is at all suspicious. We still need an invitation to get in, but remember we got one of those from Bunting's safe in the last mission.
Been inside?
Never. Oh, there went my invitation.
In case you don't happen across that invitation by looting the safe, there's another party invitation that can get lost here that you can then pick up.
And we're meant to guess. Another of their eccentric fancies. I suppose we.
Oh, Maddie's so cool!
It's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be inexpressibly tiresome.
If you're not going to have fun, maybe you should go home.
I'll struggle on once we locate the wine.
Harold takes pride in being difficult.
As much as you take in being easy.
Shall we go in?
Emma insisted we meet her out by the curb.
Well, I'm going to catch plague and die waiting out here.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Why don't you wait here, as any gentleman would, and we'll go inside and make nasty remarks about Emma's style, or lack of it.
Well, we know I'm no gentleman, so you might as well make them here.
You have to feel sorry for her. She's only here to ask for a handout.
She must be desperate. When have the Boyles ever given anything away? Maybe she hopes she'll win the game. Life is so boring. I'd die without gossip.
We'll probably die anyway, waiting for Emma.
I'll drink to that.
Which part?
Any of it. By damn, I want some wine.
You can catch some really good gossip out here. And it really illustrates the contrast between the lower class of Dunwall and the aristocrats. Before they go and turn their invitation in, let's show them ours. We have two to choose from, but it'll always default to this one, if you have it.
Right this way, sir.
Which is the one we got from Bunting's safe. If you get neither invitation, there is another way in. Although it's a lot more complicated. And risky.
Ah, Mr. Bunting.
Yeah.
Just had someone here pretending to be you. Well,
that's the
Another
best part.
party game. It was fun for us. Oh my, that's wicked. Who made that mask for you? It's exactly like the wanted poster.
Fuck, they're all so good.
That's going to cast a pall over the whole evening. I think I'm starting to enjoy myself.
He dresses like a Pendleton. But the best part about this is the implication that Bunting was turned away because he couldn't find his own invitation, which was stolen out of his safe. And they kept him out by the curb. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one. We will move on with the game within the game at Lady Boyle's mansion next time. Thank you all for watching. I think I said this already. Have a good one again anyway.